Another important thing to discuss related to the idea of stigma is terminology, the words we use to describe someone or something. The words we use communicate a lot about who we are and what we believe. Think for a moment about the difference between these two ways of describing someone: dementia patient or person with dementia. The first term, dementia patient, defines a person first and foremost by a set of symptoms, including memory loss. It ignores the fact that the person has lived a full life of accomplishments, experiences, and adventures, and that he or she is still a whole person capable of contributing to the world. In effect, the term dementia patient replaces the person's individual identity with the identity of a diseased patient. The second term, person living with dementia, acknowledges that the person has dementia but puts his or her personhood, not dementia, first. The term person living with dementia indicates an identity outside of dementia. This is just one example of how the words we choose can impact how those around us feel and react in a given situation. The difference between these terms may seem small, but the distinction is important because the way we refer to people affects the way we relate to them and treat them. Person-centered language requires us to recognize that having dementia does not define a person. Instead, it's just one aspect of what makes the person who he or she is. Here are some other examples of terminology to consider. Using the word feeder versus person who needs mealtime assistance. Using the word diaper versus incontinence product. Using honey or sweetie versus using the person's preferred name. Referring to a dementia unit versus a program for people with dementia or a secure neighborhood. In your work or partnership with the ADRC, you will communicate with many people with dementia and their families, so it's vitally important that you use language that reflects the respect and dignity of each consumer with dementia. We encourage you to take some time to really think about the words you use and what they mean to you, as well as how you might be able to shift your language to be more person-centered. You have the opportunity to change the lives of people with dementia and their families. You are, in essence, a gatekeeper to the kind of care and services that can help both people with dementia and their families to achieve the best possible quality of life. You have the power and the responsibility to treat people with dementia and their families with dignity and respect, to offer them resources that can help improve their lives, and to offer the kind of person-centered support that will give them hope. We'll talk in later modules about specific things you can do to provide person-centered assistance to people who contact you for information and referral services. But think for a moment about how you would want others to refer to you if you had dementia. Let's turn for a moment to the experience of a person with dementia. Try to imagine what it might be like if you had just been diagnosed with dementia. You might feel helpless, angry, depressed, or lost, or all of it at once.